Welcome back to the channel. This is the second episode of Getting Funded with Discipline. I'm going to make this in a playlist, right, so that you can easily go back because I said I'm going to be doing it as a monthly recap. That I have a lot of data and a lot of things to share with you guys. So, welcome to the second episode here. This is for a report for the month of August. So, the last one I told you guys I was in a drawdown of 5%. Permit my lightning, it's not the best, but I told you guys I was in a drawdown of 5%, right? Yeah, I worked myself back up to the break even. So I basically made 5% in the month of August, and I made this with just only one trade. So I traded only one time in August, which was no, I traded twice in August. Sorry, the last trade was the last day of August, or the last week of August. That was like a Friday or Thursday. And yeah, so it was just two trades in August, 5% win and a 3%, no, and a 2% loss. So it was, I was up basically 3% for the month of August. And yeah, something I got to understand and something I got to realize this month is that, see, following your plan is bliss. Like, following your plan might look kind of stressful, might look kind of not stressful, but what's the word? Might look kind of sluggish. Yeah, because you feel like you're not doing a lot. You're sticking to your plan. You're sitting on your hands literally all the time. But trust me, when you follow your plan literally all the time, you will avoid a lot of rubbish in the market. And you only take trades, like you take trades that are actually reasonable. Reasonable trades can be losses. Reasonable trades can be wins. So like I stuck to trading the GBP AUD, and GBP AUD was a trade that made me about 5% in the trade. And this trade was something I held for a very long time, about one, so close to 14 days, almost a 2 weeks trade. And yeah, that was the only trade, and it just wiped out my losses. And so, guys, if you're watching this video and you're in a challenge, I want you to actually understand that like it's not a rush. If you want to really like trade and get to where you want to get to, don't be in a rush in any form or any way. Take it easy. It's very okay for you to even have a losing month. Like I've said this thing countless, but that's what I got to understand. Like as I was like, what's going on? How am I having 5% drawdown? Like what's going on? But the next trade, I woke myself back up. So I really know right now in my head that I take more losses than wins, right? So if I take losses, it's very normal. What I should be very, very concerned of, or what I should be looking at most is my next trade, the next win. Okay, if you're winning this trade, are you winning a big win that's going to wipe out the losses? Are you going to hold your position down to the point it hits your TP? Are you going to manage it well? Are you going to FOMO out because you feel like it's pulling back? Are you going to be scared to hit the buy or sell button? All those things are things I have to like put in consideration because my next win trade would be something that can wipe away 5 losses. So even if I have 5 losses and 3 wins, I am still up my account. Averaging 1 to 3. 1 to 3 is, let's do the math. 5 losses and 3 wins. That's minus 5 R. One thing I really got to understand, like, yeah, you don't even need to think so much about it. Losses are like, it's not that deep. Just I got to understand that it's not that deep. Going to the month of September, yeah, I'm just sticking to the same thing. I'm sitting about minus 2% drawdown, but that's the minor. Yeah, and I will just be looking out and just waiting to see those nice swings. And if I can find those nice swings in the market, I don't have a problem at all. So those things, key lessons, sticking to your plan might not look beautiful, might not look appealing at first, but it's doing a lot of background work that you don't even know about. Secondly, you should also know that losses are like more common than wins, right? You take more losses than win is very, very common. So you shouldn't be chasing the number of wins or the number of losses you're having. Rather, you should be chasing the percentage percentage you gain when you win, and also bothered about the percentage you lose when you have a loss in the market, right? Because I don't know how you trade, but me, I trade, I take more losses. You see more reds in my account, right? But when you see my wins, you can see right here. This is how it is my MT5. You see more losses, one win, one more losses, one win. So with that, I know that in my whole graph it's going to be very profitable. So last month was a very good month, and yeah, I just hope I will stick to what I did last month. And yeah, this month is a good news. It's a good news. We'll get to the chart and you guys will see the dashboard. And yeah, also if you want to get started with this challenge, you can get an account with Funded Trader, the Funded Trader Market. The link down in the description, you get 15% discount from your first purchase, right? And yeah, hop on the challenge if you're willing to try this with me. Well, we get to the dashboard and I'll show you how it is. Stay tuned. So basically, here is the dashboard. Let's check this out. This is the dashboard as of today. I'm supposed to, but let me try and yeah. This is the current dashboard of us as of today. But what I was trying to tell you guys that for the month of August, you can see that I brought out myself from a drawdown of this back to this. I was back to um break even. You can see 25,155, right? That was my that was my balance. I was back from a 5% drawdown, but I lost a trade. Yeah, that brought me 2% down. Yeah, that brought me about 2% down, and yeah, I lost a trade too. Yeah, that brought me about 2% down. So I'm basically down 2.73% now currently. But yeah, this is how my dashboard looks, and you can see that my average win is 636, my profit effect is 0.92, my win ratio is 0.30, my best trade is 881, my worst trade is days 5%, my risk to reward is 2.75, right? And yeah, this is how is it? I think this was a very minor loss I took today. Don't know, but yeah. So so this is what I was saying. So this is what I was saying, telling you guys that I have more reds in my account than I actually have greens. But the greens is all that really matters, right? You can see today was the day I traded Euro USD. This is the first Euro USD trade I entered. And also, you know, I don't know. This trade, yeah, hit my SL, but I was supposed to get involved in trade again here. But see it here. I was supposed to get involved in the trade here after I hit my SL. This engulfing, I was supposed to enter here, but I don't know. I just forgot myself and the trade just was about yes, I had to leave it. Well, all this forgetting myself is something I have to really take note of. But this was a trade I wanted to enter today because it was a very high, like it was a very high probability setup. So I wanted to enter because normally I trade GBP, AUD, and pound Euro USD. But I've been trading with the GBP for this trade. I was like, okay, this trade looks good. Let me just enter it and target 1 to 3. It's not a bad thing. But I entered it and yeah, it was a loss 1.87. It was basically like 0.7% loss, and yeah, I left it. This was the only trade I entered. Entered this. Yeah, this was the first USD trade I entered. So back to this. Let me show you guys something. Shit. So let me show you guys the trade I entered. So basically, this was the only trade I entered for August. Yeah, this is the trade I was talking about. This was a trade entered for August that gave me 5%. That gave me 5% of my account. So August, one trade and two trade. I didn't even put the last one. I think last one was on the 30th of August or 20. I knew it was like the last day, almost the last the last trading day of August. I'll put it there, but see, it was two trades. It was a loss still. It is a loss. But currently this is what I have on Pound Aussie. Pound Aussie is this is the trade I have on Pound Aussie. So I'm targeting one to really I'm just targeting one to like three from this point here where I have Pound Aussie six. At this point, Pound Aussie have been creating lows and lows. So I'm looking at Pound Aussie rising up from this high. This was the point where I really bought Pound Aussie. This was the point the Pound Aussie started rising from to create this significant high. So I am betting on pound USD to go higher than this, and actually I am on 2% on this trade, like 2%. I put 2% on this trade, 2%, yeah. So if you hit my SL, I'll be down like I'll down back 4%. But if it goes down direction, I'll be up like about 6, it'll be up like 4%. So it's just I'm gonna be trading one pair. I've been trying to one pair, one trade of the one pair, most times one trade, two trades of the most. I'm trying to like bank on my positions, right? Because I don't take a lot of trades. So this is my current situation about this, and yeah, you guys can see it. Yeah, slow and steady, slow and steady. Let's see how far it's gonna take us to get to profit target of 10% and get to step two and phase two. Right, you can see it's active. We started this around June basically at the start of July because this was 28th of June. And yeah, this is the update of the account. And I said, if you want to get started with these guys, hit check the link in the description box and get started with them. Look how that clean their dashboard is, and they have like one of the best prices. And one thing I like with them is that after doing all this, you gain 100% of your profit split, right, for the first $10,000 you withdraw with them. So I feel like it's worth every sweat right now that I'm sweating everything. So guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one.